It's like we never left. It is like we never left. FC Barcelona, ladies and gentlemen, the season is back. Barcelona flickball is back, and you know exactly what that means. That means the best team in the world, the most entertaining team in the world, is back. Ladies and gentlemen, La Liga season has officially begun today for FC Barcelona. It actually began yesterday for the league in general, but for Barcelona, it began today. We went away to play Mallorca, and we just as usual, we just spanked them up. 3-0 win from FC Barcelona. Goal from Rafinha. Goal from El Tiburón Ferran Torres. And goal from Lamine Yamal. What a game from FC Barcelona. What a way to start off the league. A massive 3 points to start off the league to just show the world that we're back. We're not here to play games. We're back, and we're ready to compete for this La Liga season. We're ready to win it all. But yeah, what a great game from Barcelona. We're going to quickly talk about it right here. So let's get into it. This is the lineup that Barcelona went into the game with: Joan Garcia, Eric Garcia, Ronald Rajo, Pau Cubarsí, Alejandro Balde, Pedri, Frenkie de Jong, Fermín López, Lamine Yamal, El Tiburón Ferran Torres, and Rafinha. So this was pretty much the expected lineup that Barcelona fans and everyone thought that Barcelona were going to go up with. Maybe Eric Garcia was probably the other one. Maybe the outcast. Probably people thought that Koundé was going to start. I heard that there was a little bit of a, little issue that Koundé was feeling, a little of a knock or something, but he was feeling something that, obviously Flick was like, all right, maybe considering, okay, maybe let's not play Koundé so not take any risks, and Eddie Garcia started. But besides that, I think this is the lineup that pretty much everyone expected for us to go up into this game. Obviously, when it comes to the center backs, I've given my opinion in the past multiple times that I think Christensen should be the next starter now that Inigo Martinez is left. But Hansi Flick has decided to go with Ronald Araujo. Well, for reasons that could be that because he's the captain now, or because they want to implement him now into this team, implement him into this system, and get it right from the beginning. Get it right as soon as possible. But looking at the defense today, there were definitely some issues that is expected for the first game in general. But overall, this is the lineup everyone expected. Now, talking about the game. What else can we say? Lamine Yamal, another Lamine Yamal show, another game, another amazing performance where Lamine Yamal just takes it up another level and just continues to show the world that he is clearly the best player in the world. There is no thing that Ousmane Dembélé has over Lamine Yamal besides the Champions League. But, it's just so clear how incredible this kid is. And it's even difficult to call him a kid because when you look at his game, you look at how he plays the game. It's just someone, it shows levels of someone who's been playing for years, for at least a decade, because it's genuinely insane how this guy is just continuing to dominate games, dominate the world of football, and today, yet again, he showed it. A goal and assist in his first game, incredible. That third goal, incredible. Curler, boom, bitches everyone, gets away from everyone, just slithers away from everyone, and just curls it in. Classic Lamine Yamal goal. And the first goal, oh my God, Rafinha. All he had to do was make the run. We already know what Rafinha's best quality is. Make runs in behind, get into the right areas to try and score goals. And he knows with the guy on the right-hand side, Lamine Yamal, he's going to find him and he's going to feed him and he's going to score because when you have Lamine Yamal, you're going to score. That's just how it is. But what a pass from Lamine Yamal. He just curls it into the box and all Rafinha has to do is header it in. That's all he has to do because Lamine Yamal just makes it that easy. I think we can all agree. You don't have to go to the hub. All you have to do, go on YouTube, go on Twitter, search up Lamine Yamal highlights. You don't have to go to the hub, guys. Get away from the hub. Go and search up Lamine Yamal highlights because it just makes you want to go like this. But yeah, guys, another incredible game from Lamine Yamal. Overall, when it came to the attack, Rafinha was great today. In that first half, he was great today. I would say the only two guys that I was like, were you even playing were Fermín López and Ferran Torres. I was kind of, I just didn't see enough for them. Fermín López tried to get involved, but it just wasn't enough for Fermín López today. And I did say in the stream, I did stream this game. I said in the stream that I think Dani Olmo should definitely come on right immediately into the second half, just give him the opportunity to play, considering they already had 2 red cards at that point, and Fermin Lopez wasn't really doing much. Ferran, of course, he got the goal, a little confusing goal, of course. I know a lot of Madridistas, I know a lot of people are going to be crying, oh, corruption, wanted to stop the play. Honestly, I was confused because in my stream, freaking ESPN, as usual, their audio is always behind. It's lacking. It was like 5 seconds behind from the actual play. So I really couldn't, I didn't know if the referee actually blew the whistle or not. But apparently he didn't. He let the play continue. But at the same time, let's get this straight. Lamine Yamal, I know he has a strong shot on him. Of course, if it hits you in the head, it's gonna hurt, right? But if it was really that serious, if it was really something that, wow, worth a risky player or something like that, where you were actually concerned of the player, he wouldn't have continued playing. Come on, he wouldn't have continued playing. That's just how it is. He went to the ground because he was expecting, all right, the play to stop there, and then the Mallorca players as well, they were expecting the play to stop there. They were still defending Ferran Torres, but Ferran Torres continued to play like usual, how it is, until the whistle blows. The whistle didn't blow, and then boom, he scored. Goal. 2-0. 2-0 Barcelona. I don't think there's any controversy in that. Maybe if you want to ask the referee, why didn't you blow the whistle, ask him. But when it comes to us, that has nothing to do with us. We did everything right. But at the same time, again, if it was really a concern of the player's health, though, if the player was all right, he wouldn't have continued the game. If you really take a head blow like that, you don't continue the game. He continued the game. So it was nothing that serious. He just threw himself on the floor. So I see nothing wrong with the second goal. Ferran Torres gets the second goal, boom. But besides that, Ferran Torres didn't really do much. Second half he stepped it up a little bit. Try to press a little bit more, try to get involved a little bit more. But not too impressive of a game from Ferran Torres. I definitely did want to see him play a lot more. I didn't want to see him get subbed off in the second half, just considering he's going to be our striker now. Now that Lewandowski is out for a little bit, so we have to give him as much minutes as we can. But overall, Mallorca get 2 red cards in a span of 5 minutes. The first red card, his second yellow card for his name was Goral, whatever his name is. He gets his second yellow card and he gets the first red card of the match after he fouls Lamine Yamal. And the second red card from the striker from Muriqi, how you ever say his name. It's stupid. That's on him. It's stupid. Why he would go in like that? That's on him. Totally on him. There's no reason for him to go like that, knowing that John Garcia already beat you for the ball. He puts a high boot, and that's a clear red card. And Mallorca go 2 players down before the half. In the first half. It's in a span of 5 minutes. It's honestly insane. But at that point, after those 2 red cards, it was pretty clear that Barcelona were going to win the game. It was pretty clear that Mallorca was just going to defend for their lives. It was pretty clear that the game was over at that point. That Barcelona clearly just got the 3 points. The controversy that people are going to talk about is the ball went out for Lamine. I don't give a fuck. 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 You think I give a fuck? I don't give a fuck. The referee, that's the referee's fault. Don't blame us. I don't give a fuck. That's the first goal. I don't care. But it's just the beauty that Lamine Yamal just facilitates it for you to score. All right? Get that through your head. That's the main important thing. But yeah, second half, it was expected. Dani Olmo comes in straight into the second half. That was the only change made in the second half. And it was expected for Mallorca to just park the bus. It was expected. They can't embarrass themselves even more by trying to go and attack. They tried to attack, but it was just, they couldn't really do anything. Let's be honest, what could they do when they're 2 men down? It's not possible. But they tried it, but we were just defensively solid. Now the problem, I was saying a little bit earlier about the defense of Barcelona, which is expected because it's the beginning of the season, and especially when you're losing a key player like Inigo Martinez, who was so key to the defense, and especially how we play the high line. Now that we have Araujo and Paco Barci, who are going to be the front two, they're starting two. Of course, to understand each other is going to take a little bit of time, especially with the likes of Araujo, who is not used to the system, who doesn't play the system, as well as Christensen will play it, or Inigo Martinez once played it, right? So it's going to take some time, because there were definitely moments where Mallorca did get through. There were definitely moments where they could have created dangerous chances, but they didn't create any. But it's the fact that there were moments where usually Barcelona would catch them offside, but we let them through. We let them through. I'm pretty sure they caught us off more offside than we caught them offside. That's the little bit concerning thing that we're gonna have to work on throughout the season. But that's definitely more of a factor of Ron Araujo and Paco Barci really understanding each other, and mostly Araujo understanding the system to get better, because that's why I'm saying he's starting right now, not only because he's captain, because we know Araujo is a great defender, but now it's about him actually understanding the system early on and getting it right from the beginning. Because last season, it was a matter of him getting back into the squad because he came back from an injury. Now you're here from the beginning. You have to get it right away. Right away. I'm saying right now, if he doesn't get it by the first month, Christensen immediately takes over. Immediately takes over. I want Christensen to start right now, but it's understandable Araujo is gonna start over Christensen for right now. But if he doesn't get it for the first couple, like four to 5 games, if he doesn't get it by then, he's done. Christensen has to take over, and Araujo has to hit the bench. That's just how it is. That's just how I'm gonna keep it real. But second half, Dani Olmo comes in. Good of an had a little bit of an impact, a little bit more involved than Fermin Lopez did. Rashford comes in, Joffrey comes in, Gavi comes in. At that point, like, I didn't expect much for Rashford. I was actually excited to watch Rashford come in, but you really couldn't expect much from him. Going up against a low block team who at that point is going to defend for their lives, especially since he was playing centrally a lot, which was very confusing. And I'm like, all right, I'm like, you really can't expect this guy to be a striker now, really, you can. But first game for La Liga, now not great from Rashford, but again, it's expected. He's going up against a team with a low block. Gavi comes in pretty solid. Joffrey comes in, put us some dangerous chances. Got into the right areas to show that he's capable of playing as a left back later on into the season. Has the confidence with him. But overall, it was just a solid game from Barcelona where we didn't have to worry much because Mallorca was just got awful, and at the same time they went two men down like very early on into the game. Like it sucks for them. It sucks for them. There was this one clip of a little kid crying, "Look at your baby," and that was hilarious because he said, "Lamine Yamal, man, look at Lamine Yamal." Like, bro, you're Spanish. He won the Euros for you. Calm down, kid. But that was kind of funny watching that. But overall, John Garcia also he made his debut today, and he wanted the calmest debut of his life because he didn't have to do anything. He had to make any saves overall. There was like one dangerous chance from Mallorca where the striker who got the red card just shot it right at John Garcia. Like really, Mallorca were just god awful today. But yeah, first goal from Rafinha, great tapping goal, easy header tapping goal. Ferran Torres, weird goal to score, and then Lamine Yamal, literally the last seconds of the game, just curls it in, and boom, gives us a 3-0 lead. Now, great start to the season. That's all I can say. Really great start to the season from the boys. Everyone was solid. Pedri was amazing. Frankie was solid. The defense, were solid for sure. Eddie Garcia had a great game as well, I would say. Alejandro Barley did decent as well. Like, I can't really complain about these players, especially when it comes to the first game of the match of the season. We can't really complain too much as of yet. Now we're gonna see it later on the season how we progress. But now, that's the first the first away game of the season. We have 2 more to go because then after that, I don't know what we're gonna do. What are we gonna do to apparently play at home? I don't know what the situation is right now. I heard the commentators talking about it a little bit, and they were saying, well, as of now, the Camp Nou is out of the question. As of now, the Montjuic is out of the question because someone is already renting that venue. And I don't know. Are we going to play at the Johan Cruyff Stadium? Because I already showed a picture of it early on in the stream. I was like, what the hell? I don't want to play here. I do not want to play here. It's worse in the Montjuic. It's such a frustrating situation. But yeah, we'll see what Barcelona decide to do because next up, our next game is against Levante. Levante is our next game away from home. Which again, when it comes to these first 3 games, I have confidence that we can win them, no problem. Rayo Vallecano might be a difficult game, but against Levante and Mallorca should be easy 3 points. We'll see how we do against Rayo Vallecano. But yeah, overall, I forgot to also mention that thankfully the fact that Joan Garcia and Rashford were registered. Now we're gonna see what the situation is with Rooney. Are we able to get him in sooner or later because I definitely want to see him ball out a little bit. But yeah, that was the game for today, guys. Barcelona, a massive 3 points to start of the league. Confidence, starting out the league with such confidence. Exactly what we need to do, especially when we know that the likes of Real Madrid are having high expectations as well with Xabi Alonso as the manager and especially with the players that they brought in. But yeah, great game for Barcelona. Amazing game from Barcelona. I'm glad to see that we got the 3 points. And yeah, let me know what you guys thought about the game down in the comments below. Make sure to like, subscribe, favorite, hit the notification bell for every time I upload. Show your friends that love football and make sure to comment down below that Lamine Yamal is going to win the Balloon de Oro. Much love, take care, and peace.